recording this so Mom and I can go to Vegas. I've recently turned 21 and it's time to celebrate. Hang on, all you nerds out there. Sharpen your pencils and put on your thinking caps. The fate of this video rests in my father's hands.
Well, thanks Bree and Shelly. They left me the computer and video gear, so let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. If you've been following us for the last 5 years, you've noticed we haven't spent a lot of time on all the math and the calculations. It isn't just circles. There's squares and things that need to be calculated, stairs and roofs and all kinds of stuff. Today I'd like to focus primarily on what we do for foundations to get things started. How do we lay things out to kind of get things going? When we started trying to make some decisions about what we wanted to have, we looked at Earthbag was the last thing. We looked at all kinds of things, starting with straw bale and steel and green block, things that you fill. It's a foam that you fill with concrete. We looked at all kinds of different types of structures to get out here, cob and other things. So we finally settled on Earthbags. When anyone sets out to do a structure, consider where the structure is going on the property. 10 acres, hey, you got a lot of space. You can put a lot of these things around. But if you have a smaller, like a 1 acre plot, how far away is it from the neighbors? How far from the fence lines? How far from the pig farm that smells really bad down the street? Also too, which way you're allowed to put that structure in. You may have to have that front door pointing towards the street. That's the kinds of things you need to consider when you're plotting for your placement of your structure on your property. Also too, you want to consider the kinds of materials that you may have around your property. Things that you have that's there. Dirt. If your dirt's really good, you've got some clay and maybe some caliche like we have in ours, or what's called calcium, or maybe some rock or something that's fairly tough to be able to build with, great. If not, you may have to haul that type of material in, which means that's dump trucks and other things so that you can fill the bags. As we lay out the ground, you have to think all the way through the roof. You think through the roof in areas like you may need a post, you may need some support in a particular area. Like we use around our doors, we put in posts. So we know that we're going to be coming up to those posts and with our bags as they go around in the circles. So I have to plan for that. Also too, we like to put in what we call cleats that connect. So we can go a few rows, but when we come up to a window or a door, we have to place that cleat in and have to remember to do those things. So it's nice to sit back, take a look at your spot, think through this all the way through the roof. What are the next steps? We have found that circles work best with structures. It's kind of an appealing thing. So it's how you feel when you're inside of a circle, I guess.
I think sometimes to have square rooms, they're nice and they have almost a neat and tidy feel to them. It seems like with the roundier rooms, it's more of a creative environment. Easier to think of good creative ideas in a roundy room, I think.
To have a round room, it's really unique. A lot more fun. Look up at the round ceiling, you know, like every morning you open your eyes, you look at the round ceiling. And it's pretty cool. It's
very relaxing for us to be in a circled room where there aren't these really sharp edges. I don't know what it is. It's organic or something. Wait, are my ears getting pointy? Am I growing hair on the tops of my feet? Now I'm not looking for a geometry lesson here in circles, but we do want to cover some of the main points. Circles are two-dimensional shapes that are circular in their fashion. They're like a ball, or like the sun, or like the earth. Is it in a two-dimensional plane? It's just round. They have a center to a circle, radius, which is half of the circle. That means that the distance from the outside of the circle to the inside of the circle is the same in all directions. A 12-foot circle in diameter is from edge to edge of the outside to outside as it passes through the center. That's the diameter. The circumference is the lineal feet of the outside of the circle. And why it's important to us as earthbaggers is that we want to determine how much bag we need to create one of our structures. Calculating the circumference, it's really no big secret. Just go to the internet websites. There's plenty of calculators out there. We use like 12-foot, 14-foot circles. Those are the ones we typically make the earthbag bedrooms that we make out here. Now, making a circle with earthbags is really easy. Okay, first you drive that stake into the ground, leave it high enough that you can tie a rope or a string on the top of that. Go half that distance. If it's a 12-foot room, for example, it's a 6-foot radius. You tie one end to the post and one end to a stick and travel all the way around the stake with a taut circle drawing on the ground. Now, when we fill our bags so they're about 4 inches thick. So you have about 4 times 3, which is 3 rows, right? 3 rows of bag equals a foot. So that now you can calculate how tall it is. You'll say, I want to go 8 feet in the air. You know that it's going to be 24 rows of bags. If there are professionals in your area, please consult them if you're not a professional yourself. It's just so important to have safety first, and nobody gets hurt, and you're always doing the right things when you're building, then everybody's safe.
Nah, I'm still not back yet. I hope that you survived this video's mathematical madness. I think Dad's planning more of these sessions, so if you want more, it looks like you'll get it. Have a great weekend, and I'll report back to you on how me and Mom did in Vegas. I mean, really, how much fun can you have there anyway?
Thank you!
Our family moved from the city to the country. Thanks for taking part in our adventure. We have new videos every Friday evening. If you would like to help us out, you can like this video, share it, subscribe, or support us on Patreon. See the links in the description.